right, sinners, welcome back. We are going to cleanse this space. We're going to cleanse you, of course. Let's draw out anything that is left. Yes, Jojo boy. I know, Bubba. Let's get all this yucky energy out of here. Come on, pal. Come on, we're cleansing the energy, babe. Come on. You included, mister. Come on, Grandpa. ¿Qué pasa contigo? ¿Está bien? Déjala, por favor. Mama's working, baby. You good, okay, Bubba? Love you. All right, that feels better. As my 8-year-old would remind me, let's smell the flowers and blow out the candles. So, everyone, thank you for joining me, even if you are not joining me live. If this finds you, whenever it finds you, I hope it finds you well. I am going to be pulling a single card for each zodiac. If you missed my reading last night, I did another live reading on the channel, so please check that out. I went through all 12 signs. I will put up timestamps later today so that you can find out what exactly is going on for you and your sign or signs. If you don't know your chart, I highly recommend getting to know it. And you can book with us to learn about your chart, especially with Christina from Moonstone Astrology. But if you go to utopiamagic.org, you can book a reading, whether it be astrology reading, tarot reading, oracle reading, Reiki session. We offer a myriad of options and ways to reach your fullest potential. And as I said last night, find what's blocking you so that you can clear that energy and get the most out of this Cancer full moon. So as I said, I'm going to be doing now an oracle reading for each zodiac. Now for each card, for each sign, I'll be pulling a card from Alana Fairchild's Sacred Rebels guidebook, or from this deck. And I'll just show you just a quick. So each one, no matter what card you pull, there is a fair amount of information that comes with it. So I will be reading the whole of each card for each zodiac. And again, if you want to book personals so that we can dig into what's going on for you, you can go to utopiamagic.org. Now, tonight, I am going to go in the opposite direction. Last night, I worked my way from Leo to Cancer. Now I'm going to work my way from Cancer to Leo in honor of the Cancer full moon. Okay. So, Cancers, or people with Cancer placements. It's important to know your chart, y'all, because those aspects really do matter. That was 2 cards, so I'm going to cut this deck again and see if we can't get a single card. Yeah, if we are all comprised of the elements of the universe, then we should be able to look at our natal charts and figure out how we can be our best selves, and certainly provide some comfort and understanding for some of the things that we've been throughout our life as these elements have matured and developed and changed and moved and all of that. So number 24, new birth, guarded vigilantly. So give me just a moment. Let me get to... Okay, number 24, Cancer. And this is the perfect card for y'all. Talk about new birth and guarded vigilantly. This reminds me of the Cancer full moon, like when a hard shell crab has to go soft shell because they've outgrown and they're a little hot bottom feeder, getting big and fat. So let's get into it. New birth, guarded vigilantly. In every creative process, in every birth, and every opening of a new cycle of life, there is a time of vulnerability. This vulnerability is natural and appropriate. It is the foal learning to become steady on its legs. Those legs will become remarkably powerful in time. Both the process of growth and maturity has to take place, and that requires some wobbly first attempts. It cannot be any other way. Within you, perhaps even below the level of your conscious awareness, there is a fresh new life emerging like a vibrant green shoot rising up from the earth. This new life is in need of your attention and your care. This could be a relationship that needs tending with interest and kindness. It could be a new idea that you need to nurture into fullness because it is going to hold special purpose for your life path. It might be something within you, a new behavior, a new way of looking at yourself, or a new way of being in the world that you need to tend to until it becomes more natural for you to embody. This is most significantly so if you have also drawn the oracle of defend to the end the worthwhile. If you feel drawn to do so, you may read the guidance for that card now, which we don't, so we'll just keep going. You will not always need to cloak that which is young. Soon enough, it will be able to stand up for itself. But for now, your vigilance and care is most certainly required. Hug your ideas to yourself as though they were a new lover you cannot bear to share with anyone else. In time, the world will be the lover receiving the love in your idea. For now, it is for you to love, for you to hold, and for you to observe. Only allow those proven to be trustworthy to support you in this. Those who can handle the frequency or vibration of what you are seeking to nurture. Some may love to be frightened of what you are creating. Stay true to yourself and your creative power, and be wise as to whom you invite into your inner sanctum to witness this new life emerging. This oracle also brings particular guidance about keeping your inner sanctuary pure. This may be your room, a sacred place you visit, or your own body, in which you retreat to relaxation or meditation. Sometimes you will find that others have taken up residency in your sanctuary. Perhaps an argument that you cannot let go of has another living in your head. A suffering that has not been acknowledged and released can feel like a big old dirty suitcase of emotional baggage cluttering up the temple space of your heart. It is time to focus on the purity, light, love, and compassion that dwells within you. Everything else will come and go, and that is just fine. But the purity within your sanctuary is eternal. You can come back to it to refresh your spirit and gain resources to help you deal with the rest of the world and even your own darker moments anew. It will give you peace and spaciousness of mind you need to recognize the new life and to compassionately but firmly denounce any intrusion upon that new life by doubt, fear, or sabotage. Healing process. Close your eyes and relax. Focus on your breath for several moments. Imagine the external world fading away and allow yourself to step into your heart, as though within you there is a silent, vast, open space. That space within is peaceful. Sense, see, or feel that deep within that space, a tender young shoot is rising out of the earth. With tremendous courage and focus, it has summoned the energy to crack through the seed that once contained its life force, and it is reaching directly up towards the light, boldly determined to become a full, mature plant. Imagine that you are joyfully, lovingly, and consciously standing guard over that shoot. From a loving, aware, and strong space, you firmly move on any big, muddy boots that would step on it, or any devouring insects that look rather interested in your tasty young morsel. You do this easily and effectively, whilst remaining centered in your heart. Around you and the shoot are many beings of unconditional love. This may be ancestors, spiritual guides, being of lights, or angelic beings. You may sense darkness arise and fall around you, and the circle of light created by your love and the beings supporting you to protect this tender young shoot. You can notice that rise and fall of darkness whilst remaining calm, centered, and detached in your heart as you focus your love on the young plant. Watch it respond and grow strong. All is well. You may whisper to it, you are safe, and you will grow strong and thrive through unconditional love. So be it. In your own time, just open your eyes, and you have completed your healing process. At any time, you can return to repeat this process, especially if you ever feel anxiety or fear about your new life being able to sustain itself and become strong. There is no need for worry. Just treat such feelings as an intuitive sign that this healing process will be helpful for you and repeat it. You can do it daily for a few weeks if you are going through a particularly vulnerable period in your life. It will never do you any harm. It will only ever support you. All right, Cancers. Thank you so much. Stay strong. Going soft and going soft shell. I wish you all the best. All right, so let's keep going. Let's get one for the Jimmy Gems. And if I haven't said it already, please do like, subscribe, comment. Commenting 7 words or more really helps the algorithm. Just saying. If you find this helpful, comment something that will help get this seen to other people, or share it with your folks or on your own socials. We do definitely appreciate it. All right, Geminis, what y'all need to hear? What are we healing through, Jimmy Gems? What's the sacred wisdom we need this morning? Nope, that's 2. So this one. After the storm. Number 1. This was at the bottom of the deck with my last shuffle. So perhaps that's a message for everybody to continue to have faith in the process, faith in self, faith in knowing that you are a little piece of heaven and that our divine creator does indeed want to support you. But the work is necessary, right? So Geminis, after the storm, there's a thunderstorm about. It is either headed your way or just passing through now. Don't make a thunderstorm mean more than what it is, though. You don't have to fear it. You might even feel excitement about it. After all, a thunderstorm is just nature's way of gathering energy together that needs to be released. With this release of tension, relief, and freedom will soon follow, often with a fresh perspective and perhaps the gift of promising hopeful vision for your future. Perhaps the particular storm building within you or around you is causing you to quake in your boots. It might be a storm of building emotions, threatening to erupt or already exploding, seemingly beyond your conscious control. You might feel an uncomfortable sense of emotional or psychological pressure within, and if something doesn't happen and soon, you fear you might burst. You may also sense that these are forces operating beyond your control, and you would be right. There is, in life and in the creative process, a need to allow for wild storms. There will be those precious moments of peace beforehand and the release of revitalization that follows. Yet the storm in the middle is essential. It is a natural part of the creative process. Without this building and releasing of energy, we would suffer from boredom and stagnancy. You may prefer the excitement of the storm or the fresh, open feeling that accompanies its clearing. Forgive me. You may find it confronting to be faced with the power of something in which you can only participate rather than control. Either way, the storm wisdom offers you the gift of bringing things to a head and clearing them away so that the energy can be freed from a pattern that has had its day and is ready to become something new. Sometimes the pressures that fuel the storms of our lives have been building up for a long time, without us being fully aware of it. It might be pressure from our own minds, creating unnecessary burdens upon us. such as burdens of fear or self-doubt. It could be pressure to appear a certain way or to fight against life out of a mistaken belief that is necessary for survival. Sometimes the pressure is a little more than an impossible dream of perfection and a need to be gently or even with great dramatic flourish. Cast that aside so that you can dare to be what you are and create from your heart. Even if you are not sure about the storm, even if you are not sure what the storm is, quote unquote, about, don't lose confidence in your ability to successfully bear its progression until you are safely at the other side of the experience. At the other side of the experience. Even amongst the chaos of change and in the moments of anxiety, know that you have so much light and trust in your heart that you can see the storm is passing, but a process and nothing that needs to worry you. If you can't sense the storm yet, this oracle is a portent for you. The storm is coming, and you can, if you wish, feel the beautiful, exhilarating gift of it as you are empowered to cast aside what has been and receive the gift of a fresh new take on things. Your confidence is to remain intact. Whatever happening or soon will happen in your life, this storm of swords is transformational and supportive of your growth. It is going to clear away cobwebs and free you, open you to creative new energy and life. Remember that there can be no rainbows without a little rain. This oracle is also confirmation that if you have been praying for help, your prayers have been heard, and the great creative intelligence of our universe is responding to you, stepping in, shaking things up, so that situations can be sorted out according to the greater wisdom. So let go, hold only to your inner self, and allow everything to be cleansed in this sacred storm. Healing process. Find a place where you can be alone and have some privacy, either inside or perhaps out in nature. I vote nature, personally. Charlie, that's me. When you are here, repeat the following. Where possible, with your arms up and open to the sky. Now, I'm going to place this on the screen so that if anybody wants to pause it there and read it to yourself, please do. Take a screenshot, whatever. But here we go. I'm going to sip on my drink. Hold on. All right, Geminis. Storms so wild, storms of grace, I call your blessing into my heart now. May I release and let go. May I be revitalized and grow to open my heart to you now. Storms of grace, I stand my ground as I allow your magic to cleanse and surround. Any outgrown energy which I no longer need, anything which will sap or deplete rather than feed. Storms of grace, merciful earth, with your help, I experience rebirth. When you've completed your declaration, simply place your hands in prayer at your heart and close your eyes for the moment. Breathe in and out and be aware of yourself, what you feel, and what is happening in your body, from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. Then say, through divine creative genius, this is now so. You've completed your healing process. So I highly recommend, Geminis, that you do that out, if you're able to, in soil where you can be grounded, so that stagnant energy can truly be received and absorbed by the earth. Okay. All right, Gemmies, thank you. Keep it going. Let's get Taurus. Yeah, Bubba. All right, Taurans, what is the wisdom that you guys need to hear? Peace off. Go on, Jojo. Restore and replenish. Number 38. Okay, restore and replenish. Taurus, you are in need of something so much deeper than rest. You need restoration, replenishment, and revival. This will not necessarily come from lying about somewhere, taking a moment out of your day or evening activities. You are more likely to gain what you need by breaking with your routine completely and doing something different. You need some variety, some spice, some change to bring fresh energy into your body, mind, and heart. You need to restore and revive yourself by changing the usual flow of energy through your being. You could simulate this process by Joseph. Go on. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. Go. Go. Go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry, Taurans. My bad. My sweet old grandpa cat was just a needy old man. So let's keep going. I'm sorry. You need some variety, some spice, some change to bring fresh energy into your body, mind, and heart. You need to restore and revive yourself by changing the usual flow of energy through your being. You could simulate this process by going to a different place, meeting different people, and taking different action to what you would usually do. You can return to your regular routine and time if it feels good for you. However, it is now time to move without pushing yourself beyond what is known, comfortable, and familiar. This oracle also comes as a message from a great loving guardian, which is life itself. You have been working so hard and have accomplished so much already. However, you often sell your accomplishments short and focus on how much more is yet to be done. Life is telling you that it's time to put down the paintbrush, the pen, the endless lists, and the thinking mind and get into your body. Take the time to experience yourself and of nature. Remember just how to be. In doing so, even for a relatively short amount of time, you will feel more yourself and ready for the next phase. You might be surprised what just a day or two of this can do for you. Restoration does not have to be a long and involved process, especially if it is attended to when needed. This oracle is also confirmation that you are in an important transition phase between one level of experience and the next. If you feel as though you are treading water or you are in a sort of purgatory, somewhere between your old life and your new life, then this particularly applies to you. If you can't quite break into the level you are reaching for, have faith. You are just taking a breather between races. Soon you will have the power and energy you need to reach for the next level and succeed. If you have been considering a new endeavor or have recently started one, then this oracle brings a message of encouragement. Yes, this is a good step forward for you. You might be worried that you are taking on too much. You are encouraged to take time out to rest and rebalance yourself, but you are supported in your need for new and different experiences to refresh your spirit. You might let some of these new endeavors go once you have gained what you need from them. However, they are useful now. You are encouraged to trust yourself and to know that you are working consciously to meet your own needs, and this is healthy and good. The oracle of restore and replenish also comes with guidance for your healing if you're feeling under the weather. So the healing process for this card, imagine that you are floating in an ocean and that has colors of turquoise to deep green and darkest, deepest blue. Notice what colors feel good. Enter and remain in that space for as long as you like. The water might be warm and sparkling, shallow and heated by the sun, or cool, deep, and mysterious. Allow it to be whatever feels best for you. When you're ready, open your eyes and break that routine of yours. You will have completed your healing process. All right. That's what I have for Taurans. Thank you. Thank you. All right. We're on to our second cardinal sign, Aries. Give this one more cut and then we will keep it moving. Number 14, going beyond normal. I just had to turn on my heater, guys. I apologize if there's background noise because of that. But it's like 20 degrees where I am outside. So, all right, let's keep going. So, Aries, going beyond normal. On the path of life, there are deciding moments where we can choose to go with the mainstream, or we can dare to take a bolder, more authentic and trusting way, even if it seems riskier or less safe. To rely solely on logic and science without incorporating the mysterious and magical is a recipe for an existence that is far too dry. Yes. Side note, yeah, like don't raw dog life. We're glad you're here. Please continue to come. It will only benefit you. The sacred rebel within our hearts will always choose a juicier approach to life. You are currently approaching such a point. You could say that choice is about balance. It is less about choosing to honor either art or science, gardening or architecture, and more about integrating all approaches so that you can enhance rather than hinder your life journey. Placing science or architecture above all else kills off the rebellious heart. Steadfastly relying on logic, proof, and a complete set of plans to measure and dictate outcomes will suffocate the soul. Basing decisions on limited factors with an imbalanced measure of process is unnecessarily limiting. This approach prevents us from living freely, spontaneously, and with trust so that we can rebel against the need for things to go strictly according to plan. Choose to value decisions based on passion and instinct, and trust in life enough to embrace it as an adventure and let it unfold as it will. There is a time and a place for logic, strategy, planning, measurable outcomes. These are not bad tools to have, but we must be vigilant. These are not bad tools to have, but we must be vigilant not to worship them or allow them to quash our less rational but equally valuable decision-making tools: intuition, feelings, and those things you know without knowing how you know them. Claircognizance, yes, can relate. The flowing inspirational energy of the heart may have no conceivable basis in logic or reason and is still uncannily accurate. To remain rebellious, we must not sacrifice the art of emotion, instinct, passion, and intuition for the science of logic and strict planning. On the other hand, gardening and art do provide us with a plan, albeit more loosely held. This plan still requires us to set aside time to draw upon reliable methods and to prepare with certain tools. However, there is also a healthy dose of organic flow, responsiveness, and trust in the creative process of bringing something to life. This leads to the cultivation of the most beautiful, abundant, and successful garden and the most vivid, healing art. Excuse me. You are being asked to stay open to the intuitive approach in your life, your work, your creativity, as well as in your spiritual journey. The intuitive approach can be likened to the method of the gardener or the artist. There is a sense of what might work where, and a loose or even a detailed plan, but how the plan is carried out will depend on and respond to the flow of its surroundings. There is no need to control the situation, but rather a desire to nurture an idea to fruition. You may have pressures around you from the world or from your own conditioned nature to do things according to the rules, to a deadline, or to an accepted mainstream view that you need a well thought out plan for success in a commercial venture. However, sometimes the best plan is to do what feels intuitively truthful in the moment and to trust that you are doing what has led you to your own growth. Adopting this approach means you have to do far less planning and far more living. It is pure and heart-centered way to manifest your art, your life path, and your essence into practical expression in the world. It involves a willingness to be led by nature instead of trying to control the powerful force of life, which is a bit like trying to fit a proverbial ocean into a teacup. It is far more intelligent to allow the ocean to be the ocean and to learn and swim in it rather than trying to cram it into a vessel that is much too small. This oracle brings you a special piece of guidance. You are moving outside of the plan. You are living on the border of what is socially accepted. This is good. This is the fringe dwelling freedom. Others might not see this about you straight away as you seem pretty normal, but the secret eccentric streak is just waiting to show itself. And maybe you are on an out and proud fringe dweller, completely comfortable with this way of being. Either way, this oracle brings you the message that you now have a chance to live from the heart more deeply and expressively than ever before. It wants you to realize that this is a legitimate, empowered, and creative way to live that honors all of who you are. You can give up forcing or squashing yourself down into a very limited set of so-called desirable qualities like intellect and control. If you are yet to relate to this consciously, this oracle brings you to a further message that you are going to be breaking with tradition. Perhaps not entirely, but at least in a way that is meaningful for you. This will require you to have courage in your convictions and faith in your heart truths. This will help you to inspire others around you to set out of fear and live more freely and lovingly. You are not necessarily meant to abandon logic and intellect altogether. You are to use them to serve desires of the heart rather than to replace its naturally spontaneous and truthful nature with controlled planning and narrow strategy. It's time to get a bit wild and let nature take its course. So for the healing process, say aloud, I now call on unconditional love and ask for the blessings of the heart to be witnessed and sanctioned by the great universal creator so that I may rise above small-mindedness and use the best of what human culture has to offer in service to love through my own free will. So be it. Visualize or imagine the feeling of being in a most gorgeous garden. It might be well manicured, a little bit wild, or wildly overgrown jungle. Just notice it. Notice how the plants work together and how it is supported by nature and the seasons. Notice that whilst some things thrive, others fall away, only to shift again with the seasons. This is organizational genius. Say, may the wisdom and guiding hand of the great gardener who works with unconditional love nurture the garden of my soul into magnificence. I dare to live creatively from my heart and thrive. Finish your healing process by sitting quietly, dancing wildly, or doing a spot of gardening, whatever feels good. So Aries, there is that healing process prayer, if you'd like to screenshot it or whatever. All right, let's keep this going. We're on to Pisces now. So. All right. Pisces. What's going on with y'all? What wisdom does Pisces need to hear this morning? Listening for truth. Is that because you're Delulu Pisces? I'm a Pisces rising. Don't come for me. Witness. Let's get it. All right. In just a second. It's been very cold and windy and snowy here in Maryland, and my throat is feeling it, so I apologize, y'all. All right, Pisces 36, listening for truth. Truth speaks to us constantly, but not always in words. It may communicate through a feeling that is hard to put into words, but brings an inexplicable sense of peace, trust, and knowledge that somehow everything is going to work out perfectly. Excuse me, even if there is little evidence of how it is all going to happen. You are being to ask for listen for truths beneath the words rather than the superficial message of the words themselves. This is especially true for communications of those around you. The press, the newspapers, the mass media. You will begin to hear fear in the words and actions of those around you, even as they preach love. Listen deeper, listen for truth. This oracle comes with a message of truth for you. You are hearing something that is not being said, and what you are hearing is truthful. You may feel as though you are the only one that is really ready to hear or see it. Perhaps you have been working on a situation or living in a relationship where truth is consistently denied. We live in a world where truth is frequently avoided out of fear of what it might reveal. At the basis of such actions, consciously or not, it is a deep sense of unhealed toxic shame. If you or someone else is fearful that the truth will expose rather than free and heal, then some personal healing is required. It is time for letting go of old wounds in favor of a greater sense of self-love and acceptance. You are being asked to love yourself, to honor the truth, even if you feel you are the only one doing so. Sacred rebels need truth like lungs need oxygen. Truth keeps the energy of life flowing through the rebellious heart. Lies dampen the spirit of the sacred rebel. Even if those with less awakened hearts fear for the truth, you must not turn away from it. Don't resent the state of affairs. Perhaps your job is to show that truth can be witnessed, even when many want to hide from it. What others do is always their choice, but through your honorable deeds done with integrity, you will be set free, no matter what the outcome. You are a truth seeker. Never deny to try to quiet this down or make others comfortable. You are meant to be an agitator at times. Oh, you are agitating, Pisces. Sorry, but that's the truth. Often you are meant to be the agitator at times, even though you don't have to confront people to do it. You don't necessarily have to say a word, though sometimes you will. Often you will agitate in the most loving sense by unveiling truth simply through your knowings. Hold compassion for the truths you behold. Do not use them as knives to cut another or yourselves with harshness, but as the clear insight that allows once to loosen the knots that bind, simply by knowing which thread to gently tug. This oracle brings you guidance. If you have been worn down and depressed by the lies, gossip, deceit, or backstabbing going on around you, don't fret, my pet. Get out in nature and spend more time communing with the infinite. Healing will come to you now. No matter how many times and how many ways or by how many tongues untruth is spoken, you know what you know in your sacred, rebellious heart. That truth is your connection to the living truth of life itself. Don't give up. Just open up to healing and know that the truth eventually will prevail. Healing process. Place your hand lightly at the front and back of your throat and say, I now release all vows of silence I have ever made, consciously or not. I now release all lies, deceptions, and painful words, spoken or unspoken, that are affecting my ability to clearly know and speak my truth. I am held in unconditional love with protection and grace. So be it. You have finished your healing process. You might also say something true just to anchor it. How about, within me, beyond all that arises and falls, only truth remains. And here's that healing process for you. Sorry, Jenna. All right, Pisces. Let's keep going. We're on to Aqua. All right. All right, Aquarius. What is the sacred wisdom you need to hear today? Beyond the mind, the heart beats. How apropos for air signs, right? Well, an air sign. So Aquarius, number 21. This is your healing for today. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. In the chaos of modern life and the constant fluctuations of our minds, it can be difficult to remember that a sublime sanctuary lies within, yet it is always there. Beneath the ceaseless activity, there is an endless, vast spaciousness that restores and connects us to something greater, something that exists outside of time. Some might call it eternity. Within that sanctuary, sacred sound is felt rather than heard. That sacred sound is actually the reverberating heartbeat of the entire universe. Your own heart's rhythm sounds within the greater universal heartbeat. The totality of life, all of your being, can be felt as one through listening to and feeling for the sacred sound of the heart beating within you. It is through this heartbeat that we experience a love that is more than preference or attachment. This is the love that inspires, energizes, and moves us to create, even beyond what we once thought was possible. Your love for life, the need to feel alive and express yourself, and the quest for that which is truly fulfilling. These are the sacred urges that rebel against fear and promote passion for being alive. They flow through your blood and can be felt through the beating of your heart. This oracle has a message for you. There is a way of the mind which can make mountains out of molehills, even when it thinks it's turning mountains into molehills. Then there is the way of the heart. It is subterranean and moves subtly beneath possible obstacles, intelligently shifting with exquisite sensitivity, sensing the way forward through dangerous pathways and responding to what is before it even occurs in the physical world. However, with the heart's intelligence, we cannot see and know in the same way what we do when we allow the mind to direct us. We have to be open to another way if we want to benefit from the innate intelligence of the heart. The mind sees plans and strategies. The heart feels, responds, and intuits. When we walk the path of the heart, we must feel and respond rather than plan our way. It is a different way to live and create. It is closer to the earth and to the source of life itself. It is not for those who are lacking in courage and trust, but you are not one of those. No, you're not Aquarius. You are Saturn ruled, my friend. You are being asked to trust your heart and to not drop into it. The mind is important, but it cannot supplant the heart. The role of the mind is to serve the truths of the heart, that is, to create the spacious chamber of receptiveness into which the sacred rhythm of your heartbeat can resound. This oracle comes with guidance for you. Deep within, you know what you need to do and you know what is true. It matters not whether the mind and its plans seem to agree with your inner sense. Your willingness to trust your heart and to rebel against your fear will serve you well. Let your heart lead you. Be sure of your faith and trust in what you feel. Your head and heart have been in conflict at times over the course of your life. This has brought you struggle and sometimes deep suffering. However, this oracle brings you the message that a truce will soon be declared and the appropriate outcome of the mind waving the white flag of surrender is imminent. Soon, if not already, you will finally be feeling that what your heart is leading you to. You will feel that your mind is learning to follow the guidance of your heart rather than trying to be out front, seeing and sorting everything out in advance in order to be safe. What a relief to let go of this old way. Your mind can become more relaxed and trusting. There will be a period of adjustment as you get used to living without so much foresight, but with more insight, wisdom, and energy in the present moment to create. Excuse me. If you are finding that you cannot plan or strategize as you once did, or you feel that you know less than you have ever known about where you are heading or how you are supposed to get there, then this oracle comes as a confirmation that these are healthy signs of a shift from head to heart. You are not proceeding in error. You are exactly where you are meant to be, doing exactly what you are meant to be doing. You are now in a position that is more powerful than ever, because you are allowing yourself to be guided by your heart, a heart that beats in harmony with the heart of all existence. Your affairs are in accord with love, and no matter what may appear to be at times, all is unfolding according to the greater love, you included. Healing process, Aquarius. Lie on your back comfortably with your hands at your heart. Say, I love you. I trust you. You are beautiful and you are wise. You beat in harmony with the greater plan of love. You are my guiding light. Rest your hands at your heart for several long, slow breaths, or however long feels good. When you're ready to get back to your day or evening, do so. Anytime you need to strengthen your connection to your heart's truth, drop into your heart awareness by lightly placing one or both hands on your chest over your heart and breathing gently. All right, Aquarius. That is your wisdom for this morning. Let's keep going to the birthday kids. Happy birthday, Capricorns. Excuse me. Bless me. Sorry. All right, let's get a couple cuts and we'll get some wisdom for Cappies. I hope you all enjoyed your birthdays, especially if you got to have a snow day and enjoy the snow. Assuming you enjoy it, Capricorn. All right, my little Capitan. What does Capricorn need to hear? I got two. Hang on. I'm not doing two cards. These cards have a long enough reading with them. Okay, Capricorn, just one. I know it's your birthday, but just one. Again, with two. I know you like to make the rules, Capricorn, but that's not happening today. Just one card. There we go. Faith in the process. Number 32. No matter how powerful we are, how much courage and strength we have, there are times when we can't quite move ourselves along to the next phase of life or creative exploration. At such times, we need some divine intervention, a little help in pulling our trolley along, so to speak. Excuse me. When we are at the edge of our own limits and have no personal resources, we might be left with only one spiritual power, that of faith. Fortunately, that's enough. As unlikely as it may seem, the invisible help from the universe is often more powerful than the physical efforts of 1,000 men. That is because the invisible help is not limited by physical laws. It can shift, bend, and move in ways that defy limitation. It can affect, evoke, and influence situations through invisible and undeniably persuasive means. You are in a situation where you cannot set right the course of events all by yourself. This is not an indication that you have done something wrong, nor does this suggest that you are not strong enough. It is a sign that there is something bigger unfolding in your life, and your willpower will be supplemented by the power of life itself. Sometimes a bigger plan needs to manifest before the benefit of humanity and the earth. You need to shift your perspective to realize that you are part of that greater unfoldment of life, that your individual life serves the greater plan, and that you are not separate from its genius. This is what is happening now. You happen to be instrumental to the great plan, and as such, you need to accept your position and be moved while also being empowered and protected as you make personal progress through your role in that grander scheme. This is the time for humility and trust. You need complete faith in the process and events that are happening. There is nothing to worry about. You will be moved most fully and easily and with the most grace and assistance through your faithful surrender. Ironically, it is through complete surrender and total faith that we become the empowered. When we are no longer trying to impede the perfection of the greater plan, we can be aligned with and moved by the process. Having faith in the benevolence of life, rather than harboring the suspicion that life is seeking to catch us out or have a joke at our expense and carelessly toss us as though we mean nothing, then we can relax a little. Having faith in the process gives you space to be curious about what is taking place and to relax enough to be open to what we are most in need of, even if we aren't exactly sure what that is or how it can happen. The guidance from this oracle comes direct from the greater source of life itself. There is now an opportunity for you to be moved from the situation you are currently in to the next chapter of your life story. You cannot do it on your own. It is too big a shift. It needs to be the grace of life to intervene on your behalf. You will need faith, though. You may feel as though the wheels of your trolley are coming off or that they're a bit rickety. But you must also understand that the voice of life is now coming straight to your heart with this message. I have resources you know not of. It is safe to trust my ways and in my wisdom, for I love you and I am guiding you into all that is rightfully yours. Know that what is rightfully yours is what your heart truly desires, and you need not fear loss. Nothing that is meant to come to you will be denied, and it is safe for you to let go and allow me to move you. Through faith, peace is restored, and you are able to know that this and perhaps some fun, Through faith, peace is restored, and you are able to know this and have some fun in the process. All right, healing process for Capricorn. Say aloud. I'll show you here so you can screenshot it and repeat it if you'd like. Say aloud. I now ask that all disappointing experiences from the past that have led me to believe that life is not trustworthy or that faith is a silly or immature way to deal with life be released from my mind, body, and heart. I ask for help to accept that I can and will attract all that is needed into my life at the perfect time and be in a perfect way. I ask to be empowered to absolutely receive all that can assist me with gratitude and without shame or guilt. In doing so, I dedicate myself to be a clear, loving, open channel for the flow of life. I know the benefit in doing so is not limited to me, but will flow so that life can benefit others through me. I trust in this now through unconditional love. So be it. You have completed the healing process. If needed, repeat the above prayer each day to help you boost your confidence that everything can and will sort itself out, whether you feel in control or not. In fact, it can do so more easily when you don't feel in control. All right, caps. Let's keep going. So, Sagittarius. Oh gosh, sorry, I just gotta stand up and stretch for a sec. Oh man. Oh. All right, let's keep going. Cut this deck. All right, Saggies. What do y'all need to hear today? Number 9, what do you feel? I don't know why, but this is just a reminder. We're going to be having planetary parades. So keep an eye out for that. There's going to be like visibility with the naked eye planetary parade. I want to say coming up this week, maybe, or by the end of the month. I can't remember, and I haven't finished my coffee yet this morning, so y'all check it out. That's all I'm going to say. All right, Sagittarius, what do you feel? There are many opinions around you. Some are helpful, but others are distracting you from your truth. Although it can be helpful to hear the thoughts of others, when it all comes down to it, you will have to come to your own decision. Excuse me. Do you know how unique you are? How your path is your path to be chosen, lived, and created only by you? Someone else cannot become the source of your decision-making power without negative repercussions for both of you in the long run. This oracle comes to you because you have become swept up in thinking things through. You have been thinking about which way to go with a matter of importance, and you have got a bit stuck in the logic of the decision-making process. Sometimes we have to accept that any path is a path forward, and if it is not the best path, we can change our approach later on if needed. If we are slightly off base with the decision, life will often shift and move to guide us back on track. We don't have to be perfect. In fact, there's rarely ever a perfect choice to be made, just some choices that feel more heart-honoring than others. Sometimes we can only really know in hindsight if we made the best choice possible in that moment. At the time of decision making, we only really have our internal wisdom to rely upon. And that is all that we need. The oracle of what do you feel is telling you that there is no need to punish or traumatize yourself with possible choices. Just making a choice will set things in motion. The best way to catalyze the situation you are in and bring about healing change, stimulate your creative juices, and find more inspired, energized, and enjoyable approach to your life is to just make a choice based on what you feel right now, not based on anyone else's feelings, just yours. So ask yourself, what do I feel right now? And go from there. If you cannot relate to the need to make a choice between two or more clear alternatives, then the oracle brings you this message. You are at a crossroads in your journey, and the choices you make at this time, even simply choosing to do things a little differently without much drama associated with the decision, are powerful triggers for some great magic to enter your life. Take a different approach to something. Be open to that which makes you uncomfortable, but could be exciting and interesting. Even small adventures will yield big rewards right now. It matters less that you do the most powerful thing ever, um, and more that you simply take an action from your heart. Open up to the creative magic of life and don't worry about how it is all going to work out. The bigger creative flow of life is sorting out all the details, and you are not immune to that plan. In fact, you are a natural part of it. So just spend some time with your own feelings and know that all is going to work out perfectly. Healing process. Close your eyes and relax. Rest your open palms facing upwards on your legs. Imagine that you have a ball of light in each hand. If you find it hard to visualize or feel, you may prefer to draw this process in a journal instead. Focus on one ball of light first. What color or colors does it feel like? What feelings, words, symbols, or qualities does it have? How heavy or light is it? How substantial? How do you feel about it? Do you like it? Turn your attention to the second ball of light and repeat the investigation or exploration that you did for the first one. When you're ready, choose one. There is no wrong or right choice, just whatever captures your attention, energy, or heart at this moment. The other may be there waiting for you later on if it needs be, or it might be easily released if that most serves your path and creative journey. You might like to take that chosen ball of light and imagine sending it out to the universe with love. If you have drawn it, you might add words, feelings, or colors. If you have finished, simply say, my my choices flow easily from my heart, and I tread my path with certainty and grace, always within the merciful protection of unconditional love. So be it. When you're ready, open your eyes and you've completed your healing process. All right, Saggies, that's what I got for y'all. Let's keep this going. Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. What is your wisdom? Focus on the light. 37. 37. Scorpio, focus on the light. A tremendous force of light is gathering around you. It is attached to the purity of your intention to create from your heart. As your intention grows, so does the light. As the light grows, so does your intention. Magic wants to happen for you now. The synchronicity, perfect timing, opportunities, and information that are needed will soon be drawn right to your door. You may start to feel as if you cannot walk outside without stumbling into something helpful, wonderful, and inspiring. You might be startled at this interplay of light with your heart. Excuse me. You might be startled as this interplay of light with your heart evokes many new successes and it attracts an abundance of opportunities your way. You may need to adjust as the field of light grows stronger and its effects become more palpable. It might bring rather dramatic improvements into your world. You may be uncomfortable or feel out of depth with these changes. This would be understandable, but it would be a shame for you to hold on to that resistance for anything more than a brief moment. Any resistance or fear will inhibit the continuing free flow of the light so that it can manifest its beauty through you in the physical world where it is needed. It is best to stay focused on your pure heart and intentions. Just allow all else to happen of its own accord without making it mean anything too personal. Simply let it be the workings of the great light of love flowing through a pure heart and touching the world, even if the light that it is drawn, even if the light is drawn to you and flows through you has some dazzling effects, you don't have to get caught up in it. Doing so might start you worrying that you are unworthy or that you are unable to keep it. This worry will constrict possibilities rather than allowing the free flow of the light. You have permission to simply be appreciative of the light and to enjoy it as you continue to focus on what really matters, the pure intention of your heart and your desire to create. If you are not sure what this means or what it looks like on a practical level, consider this example. A service-oriented business becomes very successful financially and gains considerable commercial power, which can be used to help promote its message or assist other organizations in gaining exposure to the public. Of course, that power could be used in less pure ways, such as boosting personal ego rather than promoting the agenda of the heart. Power games in politics might start erupting as people grab for their share, and suddenly the purity of the project begins to crumble. Sometimes success can be like a powerful mirror and a shining searchlight as it shows up what was already within someone or a group of people. Under the spotlight of success, it is more intense and amplified and obvious. This can give us an opportunity to sow the seeds of our own destruction or to work on what arises from a heart-centered perspective to create a firmer foundation that supports even greater attainment. How would that work out in this example? By returning attention of the heart of why the business was started in the first place. It is wise to maintain focus on the pure original motivation for the work rather than shifting course to focus on money or influence. The latter are not bad per se, but they are rather different vibration, focused on personal gain rather than heart-centered contribution. When focus shifts from the heart, the underlying energy of any creative project can become contaminated with lower vibrational forces such as fear, which is behind greed, for example. If this is not rectified, that business or creative project will begin to change. It will lose the luster of its original purpose that made it so attractive and magnetic to the light. Its continued ability to grow as a light in the world is diminished. It may end up becoming just another corporate machine, successful according to more conventional measures or not. The genuine heart-centered success that creates a win-win field of energy for all involved can only be attained, nurtured, and expanded when those creating the project or business remain focused on the purity of their original intentions. This oracle brings an assurance of success of the highest order, not just commercially, but from the heart. It will manifest as highly valuable offering to the world. This applies to a project, endeavor, or organization in which you are involved. Your heart will help you realize which group of project it applies to. It may be more than one. However, you must stay focused. Enjoy the glittering lights of its success, but don't be distracted by them. Stay on point with what you want to create and why. Stay true to yourself. This oracle also brings another message. Don't be distracted by other paths around you at this time, as you are too close to succeeding on the one you are on now. Diluting your energies in the pursuit of too much will slow down your success, and the world needs your light to shine sooner rather than later. In time, you may diversify and explore other ways to express yourself, but for now, build what you are working on and know that success is coming swiftly. Healing process, Scorpio. Imagine that a huge sunflower is following the sun from sunrise to sunset. Imagine a golden arc of light being created by the gently moving head of the sunflower. That arc of light flips upside down to become a vessel filled with golden energy that drops down like a rainfall of energy from the golden orb of the sun. Imagine that you can breathe in the vessel of golden energy. It feels good. Stay with that good feeling and let it settle in your heart. In your own time, open your eyes. You have completed your healing process. All right, Scorps. So what I got for you guys. All right, we're getting into the final ones here. We're on to Libra. I hope everyone had a great weekend. Since I'm recording this on Sunday, January 12th, 2025. All right, y'all. Let's keep this popping. Libra. All right, Sacred Rebel card for Libra. Inner trust. All right, Libra. Let's see what's up. Inner trust. Though it may be cloaked and hidden, within you lies natural magnificence, vibrancy, and true uniqueness. The harder this is for you to believe, the more growth this oracle is offering you now. Your opportunity for growth lies in letting go of the need to hide yourself from the world and to let go of any doubt about the wonder of what lies within you. This oracle brings you the message that this is the time for you to trust yourself and let the real inner you out from behind the veil. You are being assured that you can trust your intuition and your sense of things. Sometimes what you sense will be love, and you will open your heart and move easily towards the source of that love, be it in the form of another person, a new career path, a project which you care deeply about and want to pursue, or a spiritual or creative practice that you are keen to explore. Sometimes what you sense will be more challenging than this, and you will ask something, sometimes what you sense will be more challenging than this and will ask something different of you. It might be that you sense fear and sabotage lurking within someone's intentions or in the situations around you. This oracle asks you to trust yourself to find the most authentic and self-loving way to deal with that. Perhaps you have drawn this card because you are unnecessarily holding yourself back out of fear or a lack of belief in your ability to support and care for yourself, or in the importance of your need for self-expression in your relationships. The Oracle of Inner Trust comes to you with this guidance. You know what you're doing. You have enough wisdom and intuition to be able to place yourself more fully in the world, to take steps to unhide yourself. Even if you feel you have no clue about what is happening at a broader level in your life, even if you can't quite see the whole picture of what is taking place within or around you, you still have all the wisdom and intuitive ability you need to take one step at a time and navigate your way through absolutely anything that life brings to your door. If you have been thinking about taking a leap of faith and doing things differently, whether in your personal life or your creative work, then this oracle brings you a particular message to trust your instincts and go for it. This oracle comes at a time when the patterns of your life are shifting. You can take advantage of this shift and leap into an entirely new level of consciousness and experience. This is not a time for self-doubt or playing small. It is a time to get in touch with the courage, boldness, and daredevil within to take that step, big or small, into the future that is beckoning you forward. You have the wings to fly. Sometimes we don't realize it until we leap over the edge of what we have known to begin to soar into a new life. Libra, your healing process, it starts on this page. Let's get it to focus. Finishes here. Come on, focus. What the heck? Okay. So let's read this. Healing process. Place your hands on your heart and say aloud or think very clearly, I trust in the love of my heart. Place your hands on your stomach and say aloud or think very clearly, I trust in my instincts. Place your hands on your belly and say aloud or think very clearly, I trust in the flow of life. Say the following aloud. I trust in myself. I trust in my higher self. I trust in life. When I don't know, my higher self does. I am guided by the wise voice of my higher self within my heart. I trust myself and I allow myself to be guided in all things by the wise, instinctive knowing within. I am not afraid to be seen. I unveil myself from my hiding places, and step by step, I show myself with all my unique beauty to the world. I am seen and I am received with love by myself and by others. I am worthy. You absolutely are, Libra. Love you. Smoochies. Let's keep this going. We got Virgo and then Leo. Okay. And then I got laundry to do. You know, because I'm a mom. Never ending story. All right. Virgo. One for Virgos. Oh, bro. It's the same card. So what I'm going to do instead is grab the card from the bottom of the deck rather than reading the one that just flew out again, because we quite literally just read that card. So I'm going to read number 10. Releasing allegiances. It is time to hold onto yourself and let go of another, even if just for a time. You have gained all that was meant to be from that connection, at least for now. You have given and you have received. The need to let go does not deny the value of what has been acquired. It is more that the time has come for greater productivity, creativity, abundance, and consciousness in your life. You have completed many cycles in the vibrational frequency of consciousness that you are now being asked to release. You have been in that vibrational frequency for some time now. You have earned the right to step outside of that frequency, out of the habits, relationships, and the possibilities that are limited to that outmoded frequency. It is now time to expand into higher frequencies of experience that will bring enhanced love, empowerment, and peace into your life. You will take this wisdom of what you have learned with you into something new connections, new relationships, new experiences at higher turn of at a higher turn of the spiral of life. But first, you trust that you can step into solitude for a time without being consumed by loneliness. It is time to reconnect with yourself. Perhaps you have a period of outward orientation where your energy has been diverted away from the inner journey of self discovery and creative self expression and into the world of lists, schedules, and demands. From your healthy relationships and commitments to refresh your spirit by reconnecting with your own nature in solitude. Perhaps you have been diving so deep into the creative waters that you have lost your bearings or your energetic connection to Earth, your own life, and your own needs in the here and now. Either way, you need to come back to the ground of your own body. It is time for self love, for paying attention to yourself, for nurturing, holding, and being with you. It doesn't mean you can't love another. It just means you need to turn your attention inward for a time, for some quality time with you. You will emerge renewed, refreshed, and clearer about your journey and your relationships as a result of this. This oracle is also a confirmation that the work you have been doing on yourself is working for you. Your level of self love is growing, and your ability to love consciously and healthily is increasing as a result. Some connections in your life will mature along with you, and your regard and affection will deepen and blossom. It will be revealed that other relationships are no longer relevant to your life journey. You will know which is which because you will feel it. You will feel it most clearly when you have some time to be with yourself in reconnection. If you have been contemplating a change in lifestyle, enrolling in a class or joining a group, starting a project, or setting aside time to focus on your inner work, then this oracle comes as confirmation that these things will be supportive, healthy, and helpful for you. This oracle also comes with particular guidance. There is a situation that has recently arisen or will arise soon where you need to back yourself. Don't be put upon or hoodwinked into backing down by emotional reactions of others. Stand your ground and stay aligned with what you know to be true. No matter how wonderful something seems logically or on the surface, if it doesn't feel right for you, it is not for you at this time. Perhaps it will change and it will be right for you later. Perhaps you will step aside and realize what relief that you had a lucky escape from a situation that would have ended up unnecessarily costing you. Either way, backing yourself and not giving in to the opinion of another, no matter how highly you would have rated that opinion in the past, is important. It is highly likely that you are breaking with tradition, with a role model or belief system that you have outgrown. You must be there for yourself because you are doing well. You are on the right path and you are growing. Well done, Virgo. For your healing process, lie down somewhere comfortable and relax. Say, I love my body and my body loves me. I trust my body and my body trusts me. I love wisdom and wisdom loves me. I trust wisdom and wisdom trusts me. Sense, visualize, feel, or intend that there may be a beautiful emerald green light with golden sparkling flecks of energy in it. It rises up from the earth below you and bathes your body until you are floating in an ocean of emerald green light with golden sparkling flecks of energy within it. Let it fizz and wash around you and through you, right through the very cells of your being. Let it form a bubble of light around you, encasing you like an egg or a shell, from the top of your head all the way to the bottom of your feet and all around you, front and back. Let it be close enough that it feels protective and spacious enough that you can breathe easily. Take your time, and when you're ready, simply open your eyes. You have completed your healing process. provided that you follow up and have some more time for yourself, of course. All right. That's what I got for Virgo. And we're on to the last with Leos. All right, last card. Leos. What is the wisdom that Leos need to hear today? No, we're not doing 2 cards. Let's try this again. Leo. Leo. Number 13, power of attraction. All right, Leos, power of attraction. There is such wonder awaiting you. There are so many beautiful adventures and so much magic yet to be. Can you keep your heart open to what is coming towards you without surrendering your experience of the moment by becoming too future-oriented? You see, there is magic in this moment too. There is something arising within you out of the depths of your being in this process. There is a shift in environment, both internal and external. A fertility is being stimulated. This is your time to play with that fertility, to conceive, create, and embark upon the process of transformation with an open heart and mind. You might not know where it is all going to lead. All you need to know is that it will be wonderful and exactly perfectly what is needed. Beyond that, allow the energy of fertile growth and abundance that is now so naturally and ritually within you and around you simply to be. You are a big soul, and with that often comes big dreams. You might worry that you want too much out of life. Perhaps you think that you are only capable of small dreams. If you have drawn the oracle of big, well, that's not. Sorry, they're talking about another card. I'm just skipping ahead here. Leo told is still pertinent and for you. If you have been working on healing something within you, starting a new creative project, or just taking on a new job or relationship and feel that although you are getting some results, you are impatient for more, or doubt that you can continue to ever find that zone and become proficient of the situation at hand, then this oracle comes as reinforcement. You're doing well. That which is worthwhile takes time to build. Celebrate each success, even the small ones. You're creating something of worth. Be patient, keep going, and trust. This oracle comes with a special message. You have recently completed a cycle or level of manifestation, and you are transitioning into the next level of experience. Like a big fish leaving the small pond and feeling like a rather small fish in a bigger pond, there will be some getting used to time needed to find your way. This will add to what you have already done and bring valuable expansion to the realization of your abilities, as well as many new relationships and opportunities to help you go further on your journey. What you are in the process of creating will benefit from this stage of your process. Whether your creation is simply your sacred life path, a particular creative work, or an actual child, there is positive and constructive energy that is unfolding for you now to boost this process and carry you farther along on your way. Do you dare to dream and to believe in your dream until it manifests? Even if naysayers challenge you, of course you do, Sacred Rebel. This oracle brings you guidance. You are going to attract whatever is needed to complete your work in progress and bring it to fruition. Remain open to receive and trust the unfolding of your life experiences. Do not turn away. All of the necessary elements are coming together. Allow this integration to occur so that you can manifest your dreams. Healing process. Close your eyes and relax. Imagine that you are in a wild desert landscape in nature in the middle of summer. The sun is hot overhead, and you can sense the aridity of the land, the green cacti sprouting with spikes, and the strong heat rising from the earth in shimmering waves. How does this feel to you? Then you are in a red golden forest with trees looking as though they are set on fire, with vibrant colored leaves that fall to the ground, creating lush heaps of crunchy, colorful debris. The air is becoming crisp and cool. How does this feel to you? The moon rises overhead, and you are in a winter landscape. Mountains of snow have fallen, and light, delicate snowflakes settle onto the heaps as the dark night sky becomes clear and filled with endless stars. The dazzling aurora borealis begins to shimmer. Vivid green light swirls and shimmers, hauntingly beautiful, dancing through the night sky. The sharp, cold night air is invigorated with light. How does this feel to you? Then you are in a lush green landscape, sprouting with new shoots and a warm sun caressing the earth. Lambs and rabbits frolic sweetly and playfully. Daisies and daffodils create a vibrant yellow blanket over the green grasses, and there is a sweet scent in the mild, warm air. How does this feel? Say aloud, I trust in the cycles of my life, my work, and my own spiritual growth. Through unconditional love, I thrive. When you're ready, open your eyes, and you have completed the healing process. All right. Thank you so much to anyone who popped in during this live, to anybody who's watching this later on. Again, I thank you for your time. It's an honor. It's a privilege. I do so love and enjoy doing this work, as do the other people on the Utopia Magic team. So please do go check us out in all of the other places and spaces that you can find us in the ethers. So FaceSpace and Instagram and Threads and Twitter or X, or I don't know, whatever it's called. Find us, check us out. But most importantly, if you want to book personals or really get to know us as a team, please go to our website, utopiamagic.org, and you can book personals there. Thank you so much again. I appreciate y'all. I hope if you have not already, please do like and subscribe so you'll see my face, or not rather my face, but my hands and my mouth and all the words, things, I don't know. You know what I'm saying. Thank you guys. Cheers.